everybody, it's Mika, and today I'm bringing to you your March forecast, and this is for everyone. This is for the collective. I have just been rather busy in my personal life, and instead of leaving you guys out and giving you the short end of the stick, I decided to just condense this and do a reading for everyone. So I hope that you appreciate it, and let's get into it. So I'm going to start with some astrology. I haven't done astrology for you guys in a while. And coming up on March 2nd, we have a new moon in Pisces, which is great for planting seeds, new beginnings. If there's something that you want to start, such as turning in job applications, housing applications, like to either buy a house or to rent a property, this will be a good time to do it because you have the go ahead and the green light from all the planets right now. Like, nobody is retrograde and nobody will be retrograde until April 29th of this year. So you have quite a few weeks to get it going. All right. So after the new moon in Pisces, we have on the 5th, the sun will be sitting next door or sitting right beside Jupiter. And Jupiter is the planet of good luck, good fortune. It just likes to give out gifts and be all around upbeat, happy-go-lucky person. So on the 5th, it is going to be a fantastic time to manifest. Our world is changing every day, and people are finally waking up to the power that they have. Our words have power. Our thoughts have power. So please use this Saturday to not only manifest what you want in your own life, but try manifesting what you want the world to look like. And I hope that you're like me and you want peace in this world. But in order to get peace, it isn't just about getting rid of the weapons. It's about changing our mentality and get rid of prejudice, racism, and all the other things that keep us locked into this old guard world of being ruled by someone, when instead we should really be evolving and moving towards a society where we all have some input and we all have a say in what goes on in our world. So use Saturday the 5th during that sun conjunct Jupiter. Yes, if you're feeling lucky, buy some lottery tickets. Don't go broke. Don't spend more than you can afford to lose. But if you're feeling lucky and you want to manifest that, focus on that, but also try to spend some time on focusing on improving the world that we live in as well. And that includes peace, not just in the Ukraine, but here in the streets of the US as well, and wherever you live too. Moving on, March 6th, Mars is entering Aquarius, which is fantastic because Mars has been in Capricorn for quite some time. And it's time for a change of energy. We have had some serious Capricorn energy going on since December. And even though I am a sun sign Capricorn, I'm ready for a change. I really am. So with Mars moving into Aquarius, that is a great thing. It's going to give you Aquarians out there that little energy boost that you may have been craving for. But let me just warn you, when you have Mars in your sun sign or even your rising sign, it can make you feel like you can be the Energizer Bunny. So Aquarians, be forewarned and just be careful, whatever house it falls in for you, even if you're not an Aquarian. Don't burn yourself out. Take some time and rest with Mars in Aquarius. And then we also have on the 18th, the day after St. Patty's Day, a full moon in Virgo. And full moons usually bring about fruition, culminations to whatever seeds were planted during the new moon of that same particular sign. So the new moon in Virgo was back on September 6th of 2021. So think back to what you were doing at that time. Check old text messages if you have, old emails that you either received or sent. Any posts that you may have done on social media. What was going on in your life back then that you started? Because if you haven't already seen results from that, you could very well start seeing some, beneficial things popping up around the 18th full moon. in Virgo, okay? All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. And now I'm going to move into the reading. Again, this is going to be for everyone for the month of March 2022. It's for the collective. All right, here we go. First card is your life is a canvas. You're an artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Yes, you are the artist of your own life. Nobody can make huge, big moves in your life except for you. And this is your job to take responsibility for whatever you create in your life and whatever, steps that you take. Earth is considered to be a planet of manifestation. And I just got finished saying that on March 5th, it's a hugely beneficial day to manifest. So be mindful of your thoughts, not only just throughout the whole month, but especially around the 5th, because whatever you think and say could very well come about. And if it's something that you wouldn't want to necessarily really happen, you might regret some of the things that you say or do. So be mindful of that. But this card is urging people, for all of us, to paint the world that we want. Our thoughts are going to determine our future. And what kind of future do you want to live in? What kind of world do you want to live in? I would love to live in a world where we can actually trust each other and not feel scared to walk down certain streets or drive through certain areas, to not judge people based on their skin color or whatever gender, we see on the outside, whether it be male or female. These are things that I would love to come into fruition, to just have a nice, balanced, more functional, loving, kind, compassionate world. And hopefully the people that are watching this video are like me and want that type of world as well. And this card is inviting you to see that your entire life is a canvas and the picture is completely up to you. All right. Next card. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Again, many people who are waking up or have woken up, you might very well be a light worker starseed that's here on Earth to help raise the vibration, to help humans evolve. That's the best way that I can put it. Yes, you're technically a human right now. You're a spirit having a human experience. However, right now, this card is saying you're here. The collective mission is often answered through a career calling and devoting your life to something bigger until you remember your collective mission. And sometimes they can sync up. I have a firm belief that I came here on Earth to not only help people wake up, but to also be of service of some kind. And I was drawn heavily to social work. So technically, I am a certified social worker. I do not work in the field at the current moment, but I have several years of experience and I have helped a lot of people. I really have. And I like to continue to help people through my readings and through my books that I write and whatever articles that I write. That is my goal in this life. And this card is telling you that if you pull this card, you're being called to remember what your collective mission is and to step into it fully. Now is the time to speak your truth and go after the life you really want. Life does not have to be a struggle. Again, if struggle and survival and lack is all that you've known, sure, that's going to have a huge impact on you right now. And it's going to take some time to break away from that mentality, but you can do it. There's plenty of people on this planet who came from meager beginnings and have become a very huge success. And success doesn't have to necessarily mean financial. Success is whatever you make it out to be. But this card is saying, step into your own. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up. What's your passion? What's your joy? Keep doing it. And I'm telling you, if you do what you're passionate about, it won't feel like work. Sure, I have my days where I'm tired, especially if I'm working on a manuscript. And there's days where I just want to take a nap and not necessarily write. But at the end of the day, I love what I do. And I'm good at it. I am. And I love doing these readings for people. So whatever your gift is, whatever you're jazzed up about, find a way to step into that and make that your career or profession. Think outside the box. All right. Next, Earth School. All right. When it comes to being on Earth, again, coming here to Earth, you learn lessons. You do. Your soul is growing. You're studying. You're learning. And many of us, myself included, we do definitely feel like we've been here several times before in many, many lifetimes. And, you know, it's still going on. And this card is saying, remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with the understanding that it's also an Earth school. Each year, the study deepens more and more. And if you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. And try not to look at the difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. And if you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and the lows, your soul is most definitely growing. And that's the whole point of even being here. It really is. It's not necessarily just about making ourselves happy, which is very important, but it's also about helping others out. So find a cause. Seriously, there's so many causes in this world right now. There are countless things that need help. That's what I'm saying. Whether it be homeless animals, whether it be the treatment of farm factory animals, the way the earth is basically dying because of the pollution and overuse of fossil fuels, the way certain groups of people get treated differently and negatively compared to other groups of people on this planet. So pick a cause, make yourself useful. Don't just necessarily make it about yourself. Now, obviously, if you're in a time and a place of your spiritual journey where you're going through healing, absolutely focus on yourself. Absolutely. But remember that you are here to learn, and we learn by helping others and being exposed to different surroundings and different things. All right? Okay. Moving on, I am going to focus now on the two cards that I pulled for the new moon and the full moon. And this new moon card is saying self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Absolutely. You know, codependency, it can be a problem for many of us. And we have to learn to just break away from that. So this card is saying to have the courage to assert yourself and your point of view. And you'll gain respect from your friends, your family, colleagues, etc. Just be bold and have the integrity to stand up for yourself and be counted and be seen and heard, especially when no one is supporting you. Trust your gut, trust your heart, trust your higher self, and value your own opinions and your judgment. It can be challenging to fly solo, absolutely. It takes courage and it takes confidence. But this is your road to freedom. Know that. Okay? Next card is for the full moon. And the full moon card is saying letting go. And that can be very difficult, learning to let go, because our lives are changing, very much so. And they've been doing that for a while now, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. No, no, no. So this card is saying that nothing ever stays the same. People will come and go. Some will exit quietly. Some will go with a loud bang. But there's always ebbs and flows and changes to our lives. And it's important to let those things happen. It happens to free you and bring in something better. So get yourself unstuck. If it's time to leave an unhappy relationship, do it. Leave that unhappy job. For some of you, financially speaking, you might not be able to leave until you have something else lined up. That's fine. But do what you gotta do to get yourself out of that situation instead of being one of those people that constantly complains but doesn't do shit about their situation. There's plenty of you out there. I've worked with several of you at different locations, basically since I started working back in 1998. Yeah, I got a long work history. Some of you do too. And you know what I'm talking about. Don't be one of those people that constantly bitches and moans and doesn't do shit to make changes. Do it now. Do it. Moving on. So now I'm going to focus on these outer cards. These outer cards I pulled before the new moon and the full moon card. And this one is going to be, again, for the collective for the entire month of March. And this one is talking about friendship. And it's important to nurture your relationships. It's true. And sometimes we get caught up, especially if you're, say, doing school and working, but you're also a significant other. You could be a mom, you could be a dad. You might just have a lot of balls in the air and you're juggling. And sometimes social life kind of falls to the wayside, and I get that. But this card is telling all of us for March, the value of friendship is expressed by mutual understanding, compassion, and the ability to comfort each other for emotional support. And we all need emotional support sometimes. We do. Friends enjoy each other and we trust one another. And you might find at this time that you're being asked to help a friend. You might be making new friends. It's possible. Or you might be the friend that's in need. But in order to be the best friend you can possibly be, it takes some thought so you can figure out how to improve your relationship. But friendship is graciously given and lovingly accepted. And some friendships are built to last. Absolutely. You can weather the storms together. You might have arguments. You may stop speaking for days, weeks, months, even years. But when you finally do reconnect, it's as if no time has passed. So it's important. If somebody's been on your mind and you haven't spoken to them in a while, you haven't seen them, put that foot forward in March. Again, no retrogrades. The only thing that's blocking us and stopping us this month is ourselves. Remember I said that. It's up to you. Next. Ooh, celebrate good times. Come on. Celebrations are coming up in this month. Yes, yes, yes. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Boom. You are reaping the rewards of your efforts over the past 12 months. Get ready to celebrate with a series of fun parties and celebrations of all kinds. Your social calendar might be full. You might just be like getting invited left and right to do stuff. Make the most of fabulous networking opportunities. Yes, yes, yes. In terms of personal relationships, some of you, trifling irritations are in store for you at times, and you may feel frustrated, but don't let people burden you with their problems if it's, they need to help themselves. Some people do. And again, this goes with self-reliance and also codependency. And yes, it can even fall under friendships. Some people do need to learn how to help themselves. And this is about you. You. This is your time now. You will be the life of the party with all of your cycles working for you. A romantic encounter is possible and likely. You might be strongly drawn to somebody at work. You never know. it seems to be mutual, so take the plunge, make an approach if you're single. And reunions are also featured, and some may renew their vows. So if you're already coupled, then that love will just grow deeper as long as the person is open to it. Career and money. A meeting with someone will boost your self-esteem and bring dramatic changes to your finances. A change in residence or job is possible. Trust your instincts, play your hunches. You could gain some extra money. Yes, yes, yes. You will look back on this time as a fortuitous one. So confidently act on what you're being guided to do. Beautiful. And next, remember, with all this change that's going on in the world, it's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be scared. You will succeed in spite of these feelings. When that negative Nelly starts yapping at you, starts tugging at your heart, starts whispering in your ear, tell it to fuck off and shut up. Seriously. Just tell it to shut up and replace it with something positive. What can you replace it with? I'm glad that you asked. That's why I pulled these affirmation cards, because again, we all need something positive to recite to ourselves, and you don't have to use the ones that I give you. This is just to help you along for those of you who are not familiar or not accustomed to saying affirmations or reading them. But this is a good place to start. So the first one that I have for you is, today I will forgive. Today I will forgive any past mistakes I have made and love myself unconditionally. Next one. Today, I am capable. Today, I will accomplish every goal that I set for myself. Now, I want to hear it from the social workers out there. You know who you are. If you don't get everything done, it's okay. It's okay. Just do what you can, do what needs to be done first, and check it off your list and keep it moving. But don't stress yourself out or worry unnecessarily. It just drains you. Third card. Today, I choose. Today, I will only surround myself with people who support me. Okay? Well, this was a very, very great, positive, uplifting reading for everyone for March. And again, yes, it's going to vary for each sign. But I tell you what, as a collective, these cards are saying that life is going to be good in March. And it's up to you to make it that way. Use your affirmations, manifest, do scripting, do journaling. Take advantage of March 5th. Again, allow yourself to daydream. Think about the type of world that you want us to live in. And again, hopefully it's one of peace. One that isn't filled with bigotry and prejudice and racism and poverty. One that's actually based on a functional reality and mindset, where we can be open and compassionate and kind, where those things aren't weird, but they're the norm. Thanks again, everyone. I really, truly appreciate my audience who has found me. And I love doing these readings for you guys. And I'm actually about to launch my Etsy shop for doing tarot readings. So if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you will have the option to do so very soon. And hopefully when I do my next videos, the shop will be up and running, and I will include the link in the video and the description below. Okay? All right, my peeps, I will be back in April with a reading. Take care. Love you guys. Bye-bye.